One day I was in my room, I closed my iPad, I closed my tablet, I looked around me, and I was shocked at what I saw. It's everywhere, and it's killing you right now, bit by bit. Endocrine disruptors. Have you ever heard of endocrine disruptors? You haven't. And today I'll be teaching you about all the endocrine disruptors. Maybe not all of them, but most of them that are pervasive threats to our health, that go unnoticed, lurking in the grass as a snake. Okay, and today I'll teach you about all of them. Okay? So they are called estrogenics. Estrogenics are man-made or natural occurring compounds that mimic estrogen in our body. Okay? Now, estrogen is okay for our body. Our body makes estrogen, also women's fine. But they are at high doses outside of our body, and that leads to a disrupt in our hormonal balance. Okay? So the first type, okay, this is a long list, so strap in, buckle up, because I'm gonna expose this whole world. Okay? The first are phytoestrogens. Now, phyto means plant, estrogens, estrogen. So, by the way, estrogen is a female sex hormone, okay? And let's go back to phytoestrogens. Now, phytoestrogens are natural occurring estrogens in plants, understood? Now, the highest that have been found are in flaxseed, soy, lavender, and cannabis, okay? Now, cannabis has got a lot of phytoestrogens, a lot, okay? And when you smoke it, when you inhale, you're dosing on heavily poisonous estrogens, especially with cannabis. Same with lavender. The faster, we learned this in guidance and counseling when we talk about drugs. The fastest way to get the effects of a drug is through means by the respiratory system. The same way with this estrogenic stuff all around us. When you breathe it in, you suffer the most consequences. Same with lavender. Lavender, any fragrance, check if you have a lavender fragrance, lavender air spray, your perfume, anything has got lavender. It's estrogenic because of the phytoestrogens. Now, flaxseed and soy, this is where it gets interesting, okay? Flaxseed has got about 300,000 micrograms of estrogen. Soy, let me just check, has got 100,000 micrograms of estrogen. Now, let me put this into perspective for you, okay? Because you wouldn't understand this estrogen here and estrogen there. So, black beans have got 9 micrograms of estrogen, and chickpeas have got 5 micrograms of estrogen, okay? I don't know what it is per, so 5 per, I don't know. But 9 and 5 are considered by scientists, nutritional researchers, on the high end. So imagine 300,000 and 100,000 micrograms, and 9 and 5 are considered on the high end. Anything processed, okay? You do this with me. Anything processed. You go to the shop, okay? Do this experiment. Okay? Anything processed has got soy, okay? Literally anything processed. Anything processed has got soy. And flaxseed, you'll find it in most cooking oils. It's mixed in, and this goes into where we're about to go to seed oils, okay? Canola oil, avocado oil, any vegetable oil, any of this stuff is estrogenic. It's cheap, okay? It's cheap and easy to use everywhere. You go to restaurants, most of the food is cooked in seed oils, and seed oils are highly estrogenic. So whenever you go to a restaurant, ask them, what are you using? Literally, look into the kitchen. Okay, look into the kitchen, and you'll see them using seed oils. Okay, seed oils have been found to be highly estrogenic, and they oxidize very easily in our body, which basically makes them even worse. Okay, we went from using animal fats, which were good for us. Okay, we went from using animal fats to now using seed oils and plant oils because we were convinced by this propaganda health system that animal fats are bad and that we should use plant oils to reduce cases of heart disease. Okay, our ancestors never had heart disease when they were using animal fats to cook. They used animal fats also as lotion. They used it as as lip balm. They used it for everything, and they were healthy. Okay. Now the second. Okay, we spoke about flaxseed, we spoke about soy, we spoke about lavender, we spoke about cannabis. Let's talk about mycoestrogens. Okay, mycoestrogens are fungal contamination. Okay, and they're found on grains, even the coffee you drink. So what happens is, when farmers get their grains, their wheat, their barley, they store it. Yeah, they store it, and when they store it, it gets infected, it gets contaminated by fungus. Okay, now they realize that they have fungus all over their grains, but if they throw it away, they're cutting on profit. So what do? They simply continue using it, and it ends up in your pasta. It ends up in your bread. Okay, and mycoestrogens, by the name, are also highly estrogenic. Okay, so your bread, your pasta, even probably your rice, all your body, your wheat, all of it, your roti, your chapati, all of it is fungal contaminated. Your coffee. I'm not saying exactly all of it, but the smallest of mycoestrogens, bro. The smallest of it are highly estrogenic. Okay. Now, the third. Okay, the third is a herbicide that farmers use, and it is called atrazine. Okay, atrazine. Atrazine is what they spray to kill weed. It's a weed killer. It's also a herbicide. Yeah, you know that you're farming from your geography. You know about herbicides and stuff. Okay, now it was banned in Europe, but not in the US, but not other parts of the world. So any of your vegetables, all of it has been sprayed by atrazine. Okay, and actually, not to mention, it's highly estrogenic, and also it damages your kidneys and your liver. Okay, now think about it. All this for profits. Farmers are unethical. Okay, and another that might blow your mind. Okay, well, it shouldn't blow your mind because we've been using this, and I've always had a feeling that this was bad. Okay, triclosan, okay, triclosan and APEs, alkylphenols, which are soap estrogenics. Okay, APEs cause the delightful suds in soaps, and triclosan in soaps and toothpaste acts as a germ killing agent. Okay, and they're highly estrogenic. So in all, and by the way, you won't find it in your ingredient list on your soaps and stuff. The only time you'll find it free is if it literally says APE free, estrogenic free. That's the best soap. Okay, our ancestors were using animal fat as soaps. We used to bathe in animal fat, and we were healthy. We never had this estrogenic stuff. Okay, women who are about to give birth, when they use this estrogenic soap, it seeps into their skin. Not only does it affect them, but it also affects the fetus. Okay, it also affects them. Okay, and that's scary. That is very, very, very scary. I don't know if I'm scaring you here, bro, but this is the reality we live in. All of this stuff around us is estrogenic. Okay, and I'm speaking with so much anger because I'm very angry at these companies, bro. They don't care about our health. They care about prioritizing their profits. Okay. Now, another is BP and 4-MBPC. Yeah, 4-MBPC. That is, don't ask me what it stands for. Okay, it's a long name, but it's not important. Okay, just know that it's found in sunscreens. Okay, sunscreens. Okay, all your sunscreens. You know, everyone's been telling you to use sunscreens, bro. I put sunscreen in the morning right now. I went in the sun. Okay, and that's deadly for your health. How's it deadly? Okay, because it's estrogenic, it obviously binds to your estrogen receptors. Now, what the UV light does, it facilitates. It's like a catalyst. It makes that sticking to the estrogen receptor harder. So it basically gets in there and locks in, and that's the unique aspect of these BP and 4-MBPC. Okay, another is red number 40 and 3, which are found in all red food colorings. You know how you go to the shop and you have red soda, you have red jelly, you have red this, red that, red juice, anything red, and its process has red number 14, number 3. And surprisingly, it's also found in salads and packaged fish. So check your ingredient lists, okay? Stay away from these multi-ingredient stuff because all of it is estrogenic, bro. It's messing up your health right now, okay? The other, which is number 7 on the list, are parabens and phthalates. Okay, so parabens are considered to be weakly binding estrogens. Okay, so they don't bind as hard to our estrogen receptors, but they bind nonetheless. Okay, and they are a pervasive threat. Parabens are found in your body wash, your perfumes. You know that car smell. You know when you buy a new car, it has that satisfying car smell. That is also parabens, bro. All of that is just parabens, and it messes up with your hormone system. Okay, all fragrances, bro, all your perfumes, everything. You know that Gucci perfume you desire, all of it, parabens, messes up with your testosterone. Now you've got gynecomastia and stuff. So phthalates, okay, are plastic additives. Any plastics, bro, any plastics that got phthalates, okay? On the topic of plastics, let's move on to BPA and BPS. Now, you know like how you go to the shop, you go to the plastic section, and you find plastic that says BPA free. That's nonsense because it also has another compound that's called BPS, and BPA and BPS are literally the same thing. If you look at their chemical skeletal structure, whatever, it's literally the same thing. Okay, and they're highly estrogenic. Okay, they seep into your skin and they cause estrogenic effects. Now, BPA was invented and intended to be a birth control by a man called Charles Edward Dodds in 1920s. He then realized that this would be better as a plastic because it was a plastic, so he shifted the marketing from birth control to a plastic, and he convinced everyone that this does not leach. Okay, and of course it does leach. Okay, when you put your bottle in the sun with the water, your plastic bottle, bro, that the BPA inside leaches into your water, and now you've got estrogenic water. That's why I don't drink from plastic bottles, bro. I'm always drinking from metal bottles. When I go out, I stay away from that plastic nonsense. Okay. And now they're doing the same thing with parabens and phthalates. They're convincing everyone that phthalates and parabens don't leach when they actually do leach. Of course it leaches. Okay. And did you know? This is where it gets interesting. Okay. Did you know the receipt paper? Okay. The receipt paper that the cashier gives. You know, you buy something and then you take the receipt comes out and they give you the receipt. That also is hyper concentrated in BPA. Okay, so you take that, put it inside your pocket right here. It's right next to your your hands and everything, and it gets into your skin. All of it, BPA, gets into your system, and now you've got messed up testosterone levels. Okay, so stay away from BPA. Okay, don't touch plastics, bro. As much as possible, limit your plastic usage. Stay away from plastic Tupperware, okay? Now, the pans you cook in, the non-stick pans. You know how there's a pan that says non-stick? How is it non-stick? They add a compound called Teflon, okay? Teflon, yeah? So you cook your food inside, you cook your meat inside, and that Teflon, because it's heated as well, it activates those particles, and now the particles transfer into your meats and your foods, and now all of it is estrogenic. Stay away from non-stick pans. Use proper stick pans. You cook it with butter, bro. Don't be scared to use butter. I'm talking about proper butter, not planted butter. I'm talking about proper animal butter. Okay, use that. Okay. Another thing, okay, right now, another thing is you've probably seen me wear a blue gym clothing, okay? That's made of nylon and polyester and nylon are plastics, okay? So they fit good, they look good. When you gym with them, you get a nice pump. What you don't know is when you're wearing these plastic clothing, okay, and you exercise, your body heats up, and it heats up the shirt, okay? It heats up the shirt, and now those particles enter those BPA, all those plastic particles. They enter your body because they heat it up, and it messes up with your hormones. So wear 100% cotton clothing, like what I'm wearing right now. It's 100% cotton clothing. Okay. Now, you can't stop everything. You can go extreme on this, but there's some things you have to make exceptions on. If you get 80% through, you're good. If you get 70% through, you're good. 60, you're still good. But if you're using, after this video, if you're using all these estrogenic products, your body is messed up, and your body will thank you. Okay. Another thing is tap water. Okay. If you didn't know, tap water is highly poisonous. Now it depends on your country, where you live. If your country recycles toilet water, then you're messed. Your water is messed up. Why? Because have you heard of EE2s, which are basically the compounds found in birth control pills? Now, I won't go into birth control pills because it's a whole other topic and how it messes up women's health, whatever. But when they use it and they go to the toilet and they pee out the EE2s. By the way, these are hormones, so they can't get destroyed. They just pass on. Okay, they take in the EE2s and then passes on to the toilet water. Then it's recycled, cleaned, filtered. But you can't filter out hormones. You can't. It's cleaned and it passes on to your drinking water, and now you're basically drinking EE2 infested water. Okay. A simple solution to this is basically you buy a reverse osmosis filter. Now, this depends on your country, but in the US it's a big problem. So if you research in your country's water system, and if they recycle water from the toilets, then you're messed. You're flipped. You're done for. Okay. I got this knowledge from the book called Estrogeneration by Anthony J. Walker, who is a PhD, a leading PhD in estrogen generation research, and it's a very massive topic. And this is probably the longest video I've made because of how dear it is to my heart that all of our environment is just messed up with these estrogen and stuff. Okay, so be wary of this silent threat lurking in your back garden right now. Okay, be wary and stay away from plastics. Stay away from receipts. Stay away from fragrances, bro. And your body will thank you. Over and out.